bullying is the hardest thing that anyone has to go through. But you just have to remember, why should you take any notice to hear it matter? It's when it comes from people your age group and your friends. That's when it gets really hard, and that's when you actually had to pull them over and say, actually, that really hurts my feelings, because otherwise they're going to carry on doing it, and you'll feel worse and worse and worse.
Has that happened to you?
Yeah, because everyone in my age group, they always take the mickey out of everyone else, like saying, oh, someone's lanky as anything, and the other person, and it's almost like a sign of friendship. But there is a place where it can become too over the line, or like you cross the line, but they don't know that unless you tell them. So there's no sense saying, oh, I'm going off and sulking about it. You need to tell them, otherwise they'll carry on doing it. Just if they're really your friends, they're like, oh, sorry, I was only joking, and then they'll know not to do it. But it's when you don't pick them up on it and they carry on doing it, and it gets worse and worse and worse.
And so you actually did confront somebody?
Yeah, and just said, actually I found that quite offensive. So, but he apologised quite quickly.
Right, and it stopped.
I sort of started school not knowing I had epilepsy, and then pretty soon into the high school I learned I had it, and I had a seizure in one of my classes, and my teacher wasn't really aware, didn't know much about epilepsy. I don't think he knew I had it, and it became an issue, and obviously bullying sort of resulted from that. It was difficult, and it was a time I was quite low at the time, and I thought, I wanted to do something about it, and I couldn't really, and the school weren't really responding, because I was at time friends with this bully, and they just thought it was like a cat fight type thing, and a lot of the time they didn't really respond, so it was very difficult. I just wanted to do something about my life, so I joined a local church that I knew about, and they had a good youth club, and I got talking to one of the guys there, and he surfed, and I'd always liked surfers, so I thought, I might give it a go. So he invited me along to one of those surf group things that they had, and I joined that and just really got into surfing, and really enjoyed just doing things for myself, and just doing something I enjoyed. And I suddenly realised that I was becoming different because of what I did, not because of who I was. What I had, rather.
I went from really quiet and extremely shy, and then in 5th grade I became a bully. Basically, I suddenly started turning the exact opposite. And that anger pattern it was very effective in the sense that I wouldn't be bullied by other people anymore. Yeah. I was still considered to be weird and an outsider, but at least I wasn't picked on the same way I was before. And then people just assume that is part of your personality, and nobody really asks questions about that.
Well, actually, I beat a boy up for that in school once, though. Yeah. For wearing a scarf, you said. Because I was fat and all, but two, I was wearing a scarf as well. So that boy got on my nerves. He just pulled my scarf off one day whilst I was just walking past. So I actually turned around and started beating him up. But it made me feel better afterwards, because I beat him up myself. But number two, all the class was with me, and so was my brother. Actually, he was all cheering on for me, go for it, hit him. So then at the end of it, I thought I can actually beat him up. There was no point in me crying though at the end, because there isn't a way for me to solve it, but just by beating them or saying something back to them, which I did.
You get bullying everywhere. I'll admit that. Everybody will admit that. But you just deal with it. If you have the kind of attitude, well, okay, I'm here. This is what I have. Please ask a question. Please, ask them why they started there laughing at you or making rude comments. Blatantly go up and say, well, you want to ask a question, please do. I have as much information as you want. Or please go on this website, or please go to the doctors, or ask. There's plenty of leaflets and all sorts that there's so much information about diabetes or any other illness or disability or whatever out there. And if these people, instead of stood there making fun at you, did that, then the world would be a much nicer place.